Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be talking about the upcoming Concert Chorale performance, and my guest today, Dr. Diane Orlofsky, Director of Choirs here, and Philip Peters, one of the performers in the Concert Chorale. Thank you both for joining us here today. Talk about what you've got coming up. You got a concert coming up this week.
This Sunday, yes, 3 o'clock at Bush Memorial Baptist Church, and should last about an hour. And of course, as usual, admission is free.
Admission is free. And now, before we get into the performance, talk about the choir itself, because obviously there's a number of different choirs here on campus. So tell us a little about what this concert, the Concert Chorale, is made up of.
Concert Chorale is what we call a chamber choir. So a chamber choir usually is between 30 and 40 voices. And I think we're at 36 or 37 right now. And it's an auditioned group, so you have to go through a separate audition to get into the group. And so we perform a lot of slightly higher level music. Slightly higher level music,
but obviously, yes, the opportunity there is that you've got a little bit more experienced singers to work with, so you can do something like that.
Right, so. But we still have about a third to a half are not music majors. So they're very talented, and they come from all disciplines on campus.
An opportunity. And now, speaking of one of those talented singers, talk a little bit about, I guess, being a part of this organization, this group, and what it means, and how it feels to, I guess, be able to perform the music that you perform at performances like this.
My time in chorale has been fantastic. It's a way for not only as students to be able to perform these really fantastic, difficult pieces, but also for the community to be able to come and hear these kinds of songs that they probably wouldn't hear if they didn't have this here at Troy University.
And that's one of those things about this concert, talk about the community. The location of this event helps bring more of the community involvement in this, because you're doing it at Bush Memorial,
right,
off campus, and we've talked about it before, a lot of the reasons, acoustics, but it gives a chance for folks in the community to hear this work and expose maybe some eyes and ears to the music that's performed.
And we have some unique sound issues this time, because we have a string quartet and we have a cello soloist. We have 12 student soloists. Philip is one of those. And a bass, an upright player that's accompanying one of our pieces. And so you really do need kind of a space that will be able to kind of meet the needs of all.
But Phil, the chance to be able to perform for people like outside of your peers, because obviously folks in the School of Music and other students are more familiar with the work that you've done.
Right.
But how does it make you feel to be able to share your talents with folks in the community who may not get a chance to see this on a regular basis?
I mean, it's a great feeling. It's so wonderful to be able to have a director who can pick these students that can sing this really, really difficult music, and this great music by the composers Ray Vaughan Williams, George Shearing, and things like that, and it's fantastic.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about. Some of the music. What are the things that people are going to be able to hear? Anything they might recognize right off the bat, or is this going to be something unique that they may not be familiar with? So.
Well, one of the pieces that we're doing is called Songs and Sonnets by George Shearing, and that's going to be a totally different thing than you've ever heard from chorale. He incorporates a lot of jazz chords and jazz techniques into it, and so it's going to be something that you've never really heard from chorale.
And then on the opposite extreme, we're doing a Beethoven piece with a string quartet. And I'd like to program a lot of variety. There is honestly something for everyone here.
Yeah.
We have two guest conductors. Dr. Mark Walker, Director of Bands, is conducting one of our pieces, as is Dr. James C. from Montgomery. So I think there'll be a kind of, like I say, a little bit of something for everyone. Serenade for Music is a beautiful piece that was written for 16 soloists. We're doing with 12, and chorus, and it is really a fascinating. A lot of Shakespeare text. So if there are people out there that love Shakespeare,
for the literature buffs,
for the literature buffs, we're doing two pieces that have nothing but Shakespeare text.
Nothing but Shakespeare text to music.
Yeah.
So something, like you said, those literature buffs out there, they want to hear something unique and new. They may not have experienced Shakespeare in this way, something they can check out. So
that's right.
Now, once again, for anyone out there who's interested in checking out the literature buffs and the music buffs out there, they want to check things out. When and where is the concert again?
Sunday, 3 o'clock, Bush Memorial Baptist Church. And of course, admission is free.
Admission is free. You can't complain about the admission price there if you're going to get a free show and see wonderful talents of Troy University's singers out there, and get the chance to hear some, as you refer to, unique music that you may not hear in this area. So,
Right.
well, good luck with the concert,
you.
and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.